It's the 26th of March, and this is my third upload for today. This is an ongoing documentary of uploads with regard to the offences that I'm experiencing in this vendetta of violations and victimisation. Basically, the offences that I've experienced have, as I've mentioned, not been acknowledged by the Ombudsman. Authorities have been notified with regard to the offences, and as I've already and continuously stated, the supports and services and advocacy I'm entitled to have been withheld from me. I've experienced medical incompetence, and I've experienced intrusion from individuals that have no business whatsoever being around or involved with me. This is a day-to-day occurrence, and the most sinister aspect of all of this is the aspect of identity theft, spiritual violence, financial theft, property theft, trespassing, etc., etc., etc. For any victim in society to be experiencing these kind of assaults and offences is not easy. So I'm just going to upload for the interest of those other victims and for the interest of authorities to clarify how circumstances are for me as a victim at the moment of these people, guilty culprits in Tralee, County Kerry. As I've mentioned, when it comes to this kind of a situation, there is an issue about people that are withholding information, stealing postal correspondence from me, intruding in my personal life, making false claims, going through my rubbish bin, etc., 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 being in any close proximity. As a victim and as a member of the fellowship and as a light worker, I feel very much violated, but also I feel very injured with regard to my spirituality and my personal faith and the intrusions and exposure that people have perpetrated in this vendetta. There are people that have involved themselves, as I've mentioned, and discussed matters that they had no contribution to, that they had no part to play in my experience. There are people that have perpetrated ancestral assault. There are people that have stolen personal belongings from me. And as a victim, that the authorities are aware of with regards to what happened over 10 years ago and with regard to what happened in the past 4 years since I gave birth and got married. The amount of theft I've experienced is absolutely frightening. The spiritual aspect of all of this is that these people that have violated and exposed my personal work, my personal faith, etc., etc., have no concept of what they've done or the damage that they've incurred. The damage of innocence is quite serious. Injustice is inexcusable. But for people to discuss and expose matters that are none of their business is even more serious. So this is what's happening. As I've said, I'm a deserted wife, and there's issues regarding my marital rights that people have felt obliged to concern themselves with and that have no business discussing. There are people that are obstructing me from living in my marital home, and I'm currently in HAPS accommodation. This issue, as a member of the fellowship, is absolutely insane. And for my belongings to be threatened from further theft, as there has been already since 2017, is just an example of what I've experienced. There has been the damage done to my career as a teacher. There are people that have withheld, as I've said, my postal correspondence. and that have obstructed justice. There are people that have trespassed and that are intruding continuously in my personal life. So the authorities that are fully aware of these culprits and these circumstances and the damage done to innocents, and I hope I'm making myself clear how I am concerned, especially with regard to women's rights and children's rights in this entire situation. People have been having a free hand with what they don't own and what doesn't belong to them. So the authorities that are aware of these circumstances and the damages done to my personal life, my professional life, my family life, and my health because of this vendetta and these people that are incessantly causing a disturbance in society without a conscience of what they've caused so far, that are intending on causing further offences. I hope the authorities realise how much of an endangerment has been caused in society because of people that don't respect family, reputation, career, and good name and reputation. People without a sense of any morality for humanity have proven to be very destructive in innocent people's lives. And as an innocent person that has been experiencing other people's issues that have no business being involved with me or being in any close proximity to me, um, I hope the authorities are aware of the damages that have been done on a spiritual level, on a financial level, on a personal level, on a professional level. So this is my last update for tonight, and I'll continue uploading until I get feedback from the victim impact statement. The culprits I am fully aware of, and I'm fully aware of the falsification and identity theft that has also been perpetrated. So I'd appreciate it that there would be further acknowledgement or initial acknowledgements of the damages that have been mentioned in my victim impact statement, because this situation is absolutely despicable and absolutely horrendous for any woman in 2020 to be experiencing. So for those threatening innocent people's lives in society, I hope the authorities have better sense than to turn a blind eye.